Ew, a Cybertruck. Those things are so ugly. I know everybody's, boomer meme, new technology, and all. Like, I don't like them. I think they're ugly as hell. There's the alerts. So there's going to be a little bit of snow on 422 East. Guys, I know you've been seeing a lot of this lately. Oh, snow, light snow, and all that. And you might not even want to watch, and it might be boring and everything else. Most of this is stream testing. And I don't know if anybody's noticed anything about the stream testing here lately. It's been a nightmare. Like, you're literally... Like, you can see it's a whole different graphical setup. And there's no warnings, there's no L-bar, there's no logos, there's no music, there's no intro. That's because it's on a phone app. It's legit on a phone app. Just trying to see how we can get out any way possible. Rail yards down there. Well, at least we got new windshield wiper blades earlier. So there's that. Spent $53 on wiper blades because that's what wiper blades cost now. Well, people just in construction contractor trucks going 85 miles per hour. If I did that, I'd be getting pulled over right now. Right now. It's kind of like boomers and parking tickets. You see a boomer roll up in front of a federal office building or a post office or something, park in the fire lane right beside a fire hydrant, get out, go inside, take 30 minutes to do their business, come back out, continue on unmolested. If that was me, the parking enforcement guy would be like, he would do a backflip out from behind like a signpost, like a 2.5-inch wide signpost. You couldn't see him. It's active camouflage. He'd do a backflip and just like staple a parking ticket to the middle of my chest by the time I got out of the car. Big rigs and contractor trucks are allowed to go 90 miles an hour everywhere they go. Know that. Know that. I'm still working on stream integrations, by the way. Take a look at some of this snow, but as you can see, it's a very gentle snowfall. It is there. It's falling. It's not expected to cause that many problems throughout the area. Accumulations, probably none. 29 degrees outside. It is below freezing. We'll probably get into a little more up here on the eastbound end. It's just been so irritating lately. I finally had all of my stream stuff dialed in. Like, I don't have a laptop in here right now. Like, that mount is over to the side. I have it swiveled out of the way. We are in truck one. Just got my tablet. We are in truck one, but I couldn't because my camera's messed up. Everything is messed up. Nothing wants to work correctly. I really wish I could go into the Streamlabs mobile app on my tablet and get the comments. You know what I mean? I wish that was a feature. And that thing, the brakes on that thing smell like they're on fire. Like, and now I'm stuck behind the endless train of good old boys in full-size pickup trucks that'll never see the dirt, getting out from around the truck. Smell the brakes on that thing. The one constant that's been here the whole time and that always works now is going to be the combo of y'all don't waste no time trying to run over people over the speed limit, do you? I'll tell a trucker what I think in a fucking heartbeat, dude. Of snow. I want to see how the camera winds up looking on the playback. And I am sorry if there are people commenting. I don't know if there are or not, but I don't know. Because Streamlabs changes the way everything on their website is laid out every 5 seconds, and I can't find the chat box, so I'm not even going to worry about it. Sorry. It's a pain in the ass, and I wish these better ideas would stop. I do. I wish they would stop. I wish they would have gotten to something that worked and told everybody where everything was and said, we're stopping now. But no, because constant innovation just means make everything confusing. Always make everything more confusing, if at all possible. Because if it wasn't confusing, it's not progress, and it's not a return for the shareholders. I got a great idea. When you come out with new stuff, and there's like old stuff that you've always had, leave the old stuff where it originally was. Go, oh no, we could route that into a different sub-menu. No. Just leave it where the hell it was. Has been the rock-solid data throughput from our friends at Mobile Must Have, Roamlink by Mobile Must Have, mobilemusthav.com. Everything for your data needs, your off-the-grid RV lifestyle needs can be found there at mobilemusthav.com. Love those guys sponsoring the channel now for a couple of months. And finally, that was under process for so long. We were working on that for so long. We started working on that sponsorship probably in May or June, and the whole idea was to have it in place by tropical season, but that did not happen. We wound up, it took longer than anticipated, and that's nobody's fault. It just occurs. Deals take time. The video doing a full fleet install of routers, that's when that deal was finalized. And tropical season was pretty much over at that point, but not like it mattered because we didn't have any landfalling tropical systems to go after anyway. Myself and Will Nunley from Weather Nation TV and Severe View Live, we were going to be a team going out and covering hurricanes this past year, and it looks like that's going to be a consideration for next year now, because it just didn't happen this year. I think when it came to tropical, I think he got literally one day, like one story, and that was the anniversary of Katrina, and that was it. The snow is coming down out here. We're on 422 in the eastern part of Butler County. About to get into Armstrong County.
Heading from Chief 21. We're going to return in service. I'll leave us on a call until you return. Take a call from service. I can hardly hear you myself. Whoever it is, call us home, Cracker. Pump it up, because he can't hear you, and I can barely hear you, and I'm gone.
Getting into the border area of Armstrong County. Should be like right on the border in any second. We're going to be coming into a town called Worthington, Pennsylvania. There's always some good winter shots out here. I've sold a few packages from Worthington over the years. I don't really think there's anything noteworthy or worth filming today. I really want to see how the stream does through the mobile app. And this is through the Wi-Fi off of the Roamlink Transit BR1 Mini PepLink 5G router provided by Mobile Must Have. That is integrated with a Starlink Mini. So that is a bonded data signal. Let me turn the squelch on this thing up a little bit. I don't want to hear all that. That's a bonded data signal that is all three cellular networks plus Starlink satellite. Shouldn't have any trouble getting out. This way. Might turn it around and go back to the Route 8 corridor here in a second. Maybe a little bit better chances down there. A little bit of light snow. We got some. It's obvious. You can see it, but I'm looking for better snow than this. This is disappointing and lackluster snow. get to the end of the Jersey barrier here, turn around, go on back up 422 towards the more sure thing snow that's back to our west. This is kind of disappointing, lackluster, but that's okay. Fuck you people do all that.
Conditions just year-round fall hard Texas, no doubt. A634, 0001 in the garage, goddamn.
Alright, we'll turn it around. Go back towards Route 8. Looks like we're going to get another decent little hit of snow along 422 coming into the city of Butler there, 422, Route 8, 68, that whole area through there. Right now, city of Butler, just a little bit south. I'd just be interested to see what the stream looks like. Or, you know, if we ever went live with YouTube, because YouTube just loves doing it's just dumb shit. Dumb shit. Oh, you have a stream scheduled. No, I don't have one scheduled. I have one that's supposed to be live right now. Well, yeah, but it's scheduled. No. It's supposedly on right now. It's got the wrong date. Well, that's from yesterday. Let's take a look. Alright, so this is the one from today. Streamed. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to make of this. I don't know what to make of this. Everything is stupid. Multi-stream software is dumb. Alright, it looks like it's on right now. That stream actually looks pretty good. Got a smiley face. You probably hear that. We'll get a little bit of snowfall through here. But let's shut it down. I don't need microphone warble. I don't need microphone warble. As long as I know it's live, that's all I care about. And I'm sorry for being so negative all the time. I've just been burned by this stuff more often than not. Give us a bunch of money. It'll all work fine. And it doesn't. You know, like... Glad to see that it is working. Should be live right now on Twitch, X, Facebook, YouTube, Trovo, and Kick. See, it's not sure things out here today. It is not sure things out here today. It is bursts, blips, blobs of snow. Precipitation depiction is really struggling with this, and I don't think that's the fault of the software we're using. Our other partners at weatherwise.app. I don't think it's in that. I don't think it's in the fault of that. I think it's in. I really think it's in the concept of precipitation depiction, radar products themselves in the first place. Weatherwise does great with it. Precipitation depiction, especially in MRMS, Weatherwise does a lot better than Radar Scope. but I think the product itself from the WSR 88Bs long since thought that the product has a high potential for flaws. Going just based off of reflectivity, it's a little tough. And again, like I've mentioned, the whole point of this really isn't, we're going to go get big snow. There is no big snow. Not out here right now. This is more an experiment in streaming itself and seeing how well the phone app does. Which it seems like it does okay. Nice and warm in here. Truck 1 is doing great with the heat, man. Great with the heat. I love this truck. I really do. I built this truck from nothing. With the body panel alignment, I really should, put some effort into realigning these body panels. I swear this thing was a Frankenstein truck. I don't think that door was originally from this truck. I know these fenders weren't. But that door's way out of alignment. I can hear the wind blowing through the gap. I can't feel it, so that's good, but I can hear it. It's certainly there. It's catching the wind. And then I've got, you can't really see it on the camera, I've got a full-on roof rack with the LED light bars and the tires and gas cans, Starlink, cellular antenna, all that stuff up there. A lot of wind noise from that too. Pleasant little snow drive. The old Wittenhofer's garage. I remember when we, the fire department, we participated in an auction to auction off everything that was left behind at Wittenhofer's. Years ago now. That was probably 2022, early 2022, maybe late 2021. I don't remember. Always interesting. Lots of political stuff. Dealing with volunteer fire departments, lots of political stuff. All this stretch of 422 down through here. I was the fire police captain. If you don't have fire police in your area, or you don't know what that is, or you think it's made up, just look up Pennsylvania Fire Police and you'll see what that is. Basically, fire department, volunteer fire department members that are sworn law enforcement officers that have a very narrow scope of authority. We deal a lot with traffic management, traffic control, crowd control, scene security, things like that. A lot of that. This used to be our stretch down through here. Fire department's no longer in business. Operated for over 50 years and then it got shut down. See, if I slide to the south a little bit, I should be able to get right in this little band of snow coming through. So let's do that. Let's do that. Truck 1 sitting at 201,711 miles. 201,711. There's the ultra right-wing pro-Donald Trump billboard over there. It's been up there for a little while. I think the same guy owns it. There's one up right there, and there's one back there in Worthington, where we were earlier. He got a little cool. Maybe it's because we stopped moving and the RPMs dropped. There's the heat. It's back. This truck really doesn't like it when the RPMs drop a tiny bit. Let's go down here to the south. See how it does. Stuck behind a Terex crane. And everything around here works kind of like in a big circle. Doesn't look like it on the maps, but it definitely does.
Good job, Charlie.
I'll go down here to whatever the hell that road is that goes. I think it's... I can't remember. You go until you run out of this road, and then there's an industrial facility. And if you make a right on that road, Jesus. If you make a right on that road, then you go back into the city of Butler. If you go further enough, far enough.
awake but not responding, possibly a blood pressure issue. E19. Roy 71319.
It's a nice little burst of snow through here, and we are getting into that. We are getting into that area. If I go to the south just a little further, we should be getting hit pretty good with snow here in a second. It's the Township Municipal Building right here. I always loved getting called in there. Get called in there with the old fire department. That was the thing. Like I said, there was always something political going on that the township would call us in. And supervisors are sitting around. And now, just a little bit of a backstory. The supervisors are all like buddies with or life members of the competing fire department in town, which is right down the street here. They'd call us to sit down at a table with a bunch of dour faces. You mind telling us what's going on? You called us. I got no idea what you're talking about. You called us, man. Yes, please get that Terex crane out of the way. Yeah, look at this snowfall. Look at this. I like this. They're Christmassy. You know what I mean? Here, we'll put it up here. To see, get a good view of what's going on out here. And to adjust. I need to adjust. There we go. How's that? That actually looks a lot better. Oh, I see. They put it in a widget now. But I don't see anything. See, I don't see where the, I don't see where that is. I had it up. There's the overlay. Yeah, like even a couple of weeks ago, even a couple of weeks ago, I had this up and running, and it was fine. Now I don't know where it is. Like, there's all types of stuff in here. I don't know where anything is. like, there's a mobile app. I'm not worried about it. So once again, if you're leaving comments, I definitely appreciate it, guys. However, I can't read them. Not at the moment. Two people watching on YouTube. $15 people watching on X. X is always one of my better performers. I used to have really good performance with my, get this, Indonesian fan base on Trovo years ago, but that account got nuked. I had to restart. And the good people of Indonesia, they didn't find me again, so. Tell you what, let's cut a little further to the south. We really get into that blob, and then I can ride it back up into the city of Butler for the second one that's coming. Oh, there we go. I had to cut on recirc. Oh man, that's burning me out of here. Let's turn that down a little. I'm still getting used to this truck and some of the controls. You know, I had it all summer and that was fine. But we finally got into the time of year where I'm using heat and I have to learn how the heat works. I just got this thing in June. Finished rebuilding it in August. Most of the work was done before the end of June, but packed all the holes of short strand fiberglass and cut several pounds of rust out of it and everything else and filled everything in and sprayed it. But as far as learning the operations of all the devices, it's a little different. Look at this, Winter Wonderland. Go through the S-Bends, we'll get down here to the end of Bonnybrook Road. Beautiful out today. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Turn on recirc, and it automatically turns on the air conditioning, but then you can turn off the compressor. And that makes everything work better. The Schnurs. It's a large family around here. They own a lot of stuff in this area of the county. I met her on a car accident long time ago, years ago. It wasn't really it was an accident, but it wasn't an accident. Basically, a guy ran. There was this little dirt road and a little narrow wooden bridge, and he kind of overshot the side of the bridge, and it grounded the car on the side of the bridge. Didn't wreck anything, but then the car caught on fire. It burned pretty good. There was this UPS truck parked over there, and this girl was driving it. She comes over and was given the eyewitness account of what happened. Went to get her name, and she looked at me like she was shocked. She's like, "I'm Casey Schnur." I was like, I don't know who you are. Oh, no, everybody knows who I am. And it's like, you find that in rural families a lot. Not saying anything bad about her or anything like that. It was just kind of one of those things like, oh, you don't know who I am. It's like, you know, a member of a family that runs a lot of businesses out here. You got like nurseries, a construction company, you know, the tree farms, all types of stuff. They might have a dairy, I'm not really sure. find a lot of that in these rural American areas. I don't know how it works in Germany. If Christine's watching right now, Christine Vierkamp occasionally, watches. I don't know how it works in other parts of the world, but in rural America, man, the family-run businesses, it's like we've got a business that does everything. I hope the audio is okay. It should be. I don't know how much competing noise you're getting from the exhaust system and from the vents. Speaking of, it's about ready to burn me out of here, so let me turn the heat up a little bit and the fan down. And here we are. We're at Penn United, which sounds like a football club, but it's not. Take a right here. Go away. These damn automatic prompts. Did you want something? No. Go away. See, that's a farm access path right there. Next to the farmhouse. There's another little road. That's a good spotting location sometimes. If you're in the right spot, you go right up that little embankment to that hilltop. Good snow through here. Really hear the wind pouring in through the door seal over there on the passenger side. The noise. Saxonburg's 5 miles to the south. I really wish I could get my gauge cluster to say something on a consistent basis other than check gas cap. These trucks, all that stuff underneath is near the exhaust. It's exposed constantly to high heat. It's old. This truck is 20 years old. And all that stuff. Here we go. Good thump of snow. All that stuff is made of cheap, chintzy plastic. And it gets roasted out and it'll crack. So I don't doubt that the vent line for the gas tank and probably the charcoal canister itself probably needs replaced. I replaced the suction pump and redid the wiring and everything, and it went away briefly and then it came back, and I can hear a little bit of a hiss down there while the truck is running, and if I get under it I can hear a hiss. So it's probably a crack in the vent line somewhere. I'll just replace that stuff with rubber tubing and replace the charcoal canister with a new one. I'll do that at some point. It's not a big emergency. What's my average? Yeah, I'm getting 15 miles per gallon, 15.2 miles per gallon average right now, so it's not so bad. This is a V6 truck, which means nothing. By the way, the V6 and both of the V8s that came in these trucks got around the same fuel mileage. You can put a smaller motor in it if you want to. It's not going to defeat the weight.
1334.
Smaller the motor in a heavier vehicle, the less fuel efficient it's going to be. I actually think the 5.7 Hemi is more fuel efficient in this truck than the V6 is. I might toss a 5.7 in here one day. They had one at the junkyard. The guy wanted to sell me the whole thing, but I just did not have the money right now. I don't have a place to shove a parts truck. Maybe one day I'll have a house. Yeah, no. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Maybe one day I'll have $250,000 too. I can buy a fucking HUD house. This was a HUD house 25 years ago for $250,000. Maybe I can put it on a 50-year mortgage, because that's the solution. Nice little snowfall through here. That was nice. Christmas Eve through all of this stuff down here. But the end point of this road dumps out into the city of Butler. I'll probably go into the city. There's always like cozy views in the city when it snows. Big shout out to Brett from Live Storms Media and Weather Nation. Always handling my media, getting sales made and getting stuff moved. The brokers really are the movers of this industry. People like me wouldn't be possible without people like them. Also, big shout out to Vince Welty. Vince been plugging my stream here lately, sending viewers over. If you're from Vince's stream and you're over here, thank you for coming over. Let's turn that squelch up. I don't feel like hearing all that nonsense. A big shout out there, because I know, I had 20 people watching me and 21 people watching me, and I'd be on the air for 6 hours, and then I'd have I got 32 people watching. And I like my viewers. I like especially you guys who return viewers at the base of the channel. Thank you so much for being here. But man, I know everybody says don't worry about the numbers. I worry about the numbers too, because the algorithm rules everything. And if you don't make the algorithm happy and you don't get a bunch of viewers, even if they're transient, if you don't get a bunch of viewers, then the algorithm deprioritizes you and nobody sees you. And you don't get monetization, you don't get super chats, I don't have any of that shit yet because I don't have enough public view hours. Vince sent a bunch of people over, which I always appreciate. Here we go, some more snow. Look how cozy. Look how peaceful. Might stop at the Sheets right here and get me something to drink. I'm a little dry. Look at the snow come down.
Back out of building.
1338.
I am glad I stopped and got new wiper blades. The old wiper blades that I started the day with this morning no longer touched the glass. They were that warped. Of course, those wiper blades came with this truck as a Woods buggy that was straight piped. So, probably not the most expensive wiper blades. They look like the O'Reilly Auto Parts. Get them from behind the counter, super cheap Chinesium specials that they have over there. Man, the Sheets is hopping today. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get me something to drink real quick. I am rather dry.
Fourth call, 62 handle for 51, along with squad 98, 2001 Urban Road, Cranberry Township, the Aquatic Center, an unknown problem person down on EMS 1340. Control, squad 98 is around from the hospital. Squad 98, okay. Control 51-3, transferring to pass. 51-3, okay. Okay. CA, continue squad 98, 62, can go back in service. You copy direct. Copy, we're clear. Control 73. 70. Transporting 73. Okay.
All right. Well, that must be in... My smokes must be in my job shirt. That must be where they are. I forgot all about that. Also, I used to have my Bluetooth pen. Not sure why that disconnected while I was out of the truck. That doesn't make any damn sense. Let me guess. Starlink bias. Preference bias for the Starlink. I can't see the sky, so we need to shut down. hits here. Go up into the city. Go up into, drop down into. We'll drop down into the city of Butler here. If the younger among you have any illusions about what things used to be like back in the day, now bear in mind, I want you to bear in mind, Unc Dean isn't but so old, okay? The Mafia was in the final stages of being disassembled when I was a child. That being said, some of these Christmas songs were written by mobsters, and it shows. Hey, St. Nick's got a bag. He's coming by your house. Don't ask any questions. You didn't see shit. You know? Just a fun time. All that big New York sound, that like wall of sound. Who's that guy that beat up his wife and then he killed all those people? Guy wrote all that music back then. Phil Spector. Phil Spector wrote all that stuff back in the 60s and 70s. And it was still very apparent. Very apparent. You get Frank Sinatra to, hey, Santa's with the Corleones. Like, man, I wish I had a way to see the damn chat. I had a way to see the chat. They took it away. I don't understand. I just got the radar up right now. And it looks like there's a little chunk of snow coming in along 422 from the west. And that's just north of the city. But the visibilities, I mean, you can see from here, all right? We're going to make a little bit of a right-hand curve here, and you'll be able to see how bad the visibilities are. So it's on the way. It's like it's here. See that? You'd usually be able to see hillsides and buildings and all types of stuff over there. Not right now. You can see the outline of the mountain if you look close enough. That's about it. So that's the next little hit of snow that's coming through. We'll drive through it. Yeah, precip depiction showing a pretty solid, like, white through there. Yeah, let's go ahead and put the CB radio back right there. CB specifically, if anybody's wondering, I do still use CB. I keep it here. Cobra 75 All Road. It's probably the best CB radio ever made. I've got two of them. One of them's here in truck one, and the other one is not installed right now, but I'm getting ready to install it. It's going to be going into truck 3. I gave thought to putting one in truck 2, but I just don't want all that antenna on there. I'm not tuned and peaked. I got a tuned and peaked radio. It's tuned and peaked on linear. Putting out 75 kilowatts from Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. And yeah, I'm in a truck, you know. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this snowfall. Look at this snowfall. Here, let's get some of this.
Control Control 45 to True 40.
Three cops in a row. As I hold a phone out the window filming. Oh yeah, now let me roll the window up and put my hand right in front of the vent so I can feel it again. Yeah, not a bad little hit of snow there. That was enjoyable. So I know I don't have a location super. I know I don't have my radar mapping. No, I don't have any of that right now. But I am in the city of Butler, Pennsylvania. Let's just go a little north here. Go up to the 422 crossroads. Maybe we'll get some people going into Aldi freezing, you know. Muriel, you're either going to make the pass or you're not.
County 47. 487.
We're going to be back in.
47, copy back in the third vehicle.
Yeah, not Christmas holiday. That'll be fun. Here in the recent past, I will say this too, if you've gone to Advance Auto Parts and bought a set of wiper blades, and Advance, you know the way to make me be quiet. If you go into an Advance Auto Parts and you buy wiper blades, they're going to offer you a membership to wiper blades. And they're going to be like, it's like a warranty on wiper blades. That's life each wiper blade, and then I can get free wiper blades whenever they need to be replaced. It is. And then what actually happens is, when I went in this morning to get wiper blades for this truck, they rang up 2 wiper blades and they said, that'll be $52. And I said, Jesus. And he said, hold on. I see you're a member of wiper blades. You've got a wiper blade warranty. And I said, okay, yeah, I do remember doing that. He said, yeah, you're right here in the computer. Let me put that in. And he clicked, and I saw everything blink and everything. And he said, that'll be $52. That is the reality of your extra warranties these days. These add-on aftermarket warranties for anything. You're buying a car, you're getting parts, you're doing any of that. Would you like to pay extra for an added warranty? The answer is no. No, you don't. Because you're going to give them extra money for a promise that they're not going to keep. And that's not just singling out Advance here for this cockamamie wiper blade thing. That's singling out everybody. Because they all do it. You go to buy a used car and they're like, oh, we can't let you walk out the door without buying a warranty. It's just because, you know, if the car breaks and we don't fix it, then you're not going to want to pay for it. And the bank doesn't like that. And the truth of the matter is that they're going to charge you $4,000. And they might as well just say it's a non-optional, mandatory $4,000 dealership upcharge. Because that's what it is. Because you're going to buy that warranty, and then literally everything is a wear part. Literally everything is a wear part. Well, what do you mean your engine block cracked? Well, it's a wear part. You know, engine blocks, they crack sometimes. Sometimes you just blow your motor. You know, what are you going to do, man? After you paid $4,000 for a warranty. So that's just, you know, I'm just putting it out there. That's what that is. It's a scam. It's a scam. So don't pay for that. All right, we're sitting up here, Clearview Mall parking lot. You know, if we go north a little bit, we'll be back in some more snow. There's some snow south and some snow north. Yeah, don't look or nothing. Almost made me commit Jeep on Jeep violence accidentally, not looking. Big thanks on the new people and big thanks on the old people that are still around, you know. It's hard to hold on to eyeballs these days. It's been getting really hard. You know. Everybody's got a flashy thumbnail. Oh my God! Watch me take a picture with this dead body and all that shit. You know. 20 million under threat. I just tell you what I'm doing. That's all that is. I just need to. And sorry, I really got to figure out how to view the comments. I can't right now. I don't know how. I knew last week, and then I went and logged in this week, and it's gone. It's in a different spot, different place. I have no idea why. I have no idea how to view them. I don't know. But I'm sure that, you know, after I get back to the house and the stream's off and everything else, and it doesn't matter, I'll find it. I'm sure. And R.W. McDonald and Son there. Long-time Butler Furniture Business. Classic 1970s styling. Little finger of snow up here to our north. So if you want to buy a 2016, if you want to buy a 9-year-old Subaru or a Jeep Cherokee, like a 4th generation Jeep Cherokee, that's 9 or 10 years old with 100,000 miles on it, and you want to pay $22,000, they got your number. Come on down. We'll get you some deals. We'll get you some deals with this beautiful, pristine 2014 Subaru Forester with 210,000 miles on it for only 19 grand, 26% interest on approved financing. That's just what we do out here. Here we go. You can see the snow. You can see it from a distance. Just pretty snow's been coming down. I mean, you know, the roads are pretty well treated. The roads are dry, which is the weird part. It's the current temperature right here, right now, 27 degrees. 27 degrees there.
Logan up next 1144 Captain Red nurse's office. 5-year-old child.
I need to build a thing, and I think I know how. It's going to be a little weird. I can get it figured out, though. I need to build a thing. I need to build a bar that's got 2 phone mounts on it and 2 RAM arms with 2 suction cups. And that way I can just plop it in the windshield. I'll have both of the phones right there. I'll be able to use those as cameras. Because I'm not running CDN stream right now. Oh, yeah, look at this. Looks like Christmas, don't it? Getting some good snow this year. Stop at this intersection up here, or maybe at the toy store or the racetrack. Oh no, we're out of the snow finger now. That's just the nature of the snow down here right now. It's very sporadic, very banded. There's a used car dealership right here. I'll go turn around in here. How much they want for that red Wrangler right there? 14 grand. I mean, it's a pretty truck. Red is one of my other corporate colors, although I prefer all of my I prefer my fleet trucks to be black. I do prefer my fleet trucks to be black. Resident parking only. I think someone lives here too. B&B Motors. We sell cars, and they got an open sign. I don't want to stop because somebody will come out and then be like, "Hey, you look at this. It's a 2009.
You can clear this from my last event.
It's an 09. It's 2015. It's 2025. 15, 16 years old. Yeah, 16 years old. A 16-year-old Wrangler with 6 figures worth of miles on it for $14,000. And why? Oh, well, it doesn't have any. If you put a whole ass into it, I bet you could go under there, wire wheel some rust off of it. It was never abused. You know, it wasn't hacked up or whatever. It's an 09. It's an 09 Wrangler. $14,000. That's so many levels of wrong. Look at WK1 Grand Cherokee, Truck 1. I'm driving it right now. I love WK1s. I do. Probably my favorite generation of Grand Cherokee. They made them from 05 to 10. 5 years for the 3rd generation Grand Cherokee, and they were split. 05 and 06 was a particular style, and then they did a facelift on them for 07 through 10. This is an 05. It's a 1st gen revision 1. I don't care how nice they are. There's no rust and there's no dents, and that's understandable. Look at this. I love it. That's understandable.
You okay?
It's also is what it is. There's not a single one of them in any condition that's worth more than $5,000. They're like the nicest WK1 Grand Cherokee, Overland or limited edition, with like the 5.7 Hemi, the all-wheel drive, perfect condition. $5 or $6 grand, max $5 or $6 grand. Look at this. This is amazing. No, you can't. It's in the pocket mode. It's in pocket mode. This is some pretty good snow. I'm glad I got that. I'll have a few things I gotta make a package out of when I get back. I do need to put a dash cam in this truck, like an actual dash cam, so that I can pull from it when I need to. That's what I should be doing. I should go get a damn dash cam. But I'm not. I got one more slot down here on my cigarette lighter multi-plug under the dash. Could use it for a dash cam. Could get a Garmin Mini. I should get a Garmin Mini, but I'm not going to pay Walmart prices for one. This is good right through here, man. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull on over here. To the flea market. Light up so nobody runs out over here and hits me. Let me go film. I'm gonna get me some shots from outside the truck.
Three copies. That one. There we go. Turn the blinkies off.
nice little hit of snow. I'll go over here to the mall, see if there's any people trying to carry out like packages or stuff in the parking lot. Now I know, you have to have stores in the mall in order for people to shop in the mall, but they got stores on the outside of the mall. Stripes. It's not that kind of a rainbow flag. It's a different multicolored rainbow flag. And the foliage report season flew by, and it showed. Man, I left my smokes in my job shirt from work. It's hanging in my living room. All I have is chew with me, and this is perfect smoking weather. Yeah, I know I didn't input my boat ID into the radio. I got you. It's fine. Not going to. I mean, the boat radio is a cool idea, but I don't know. I might sell it and get something else. I might get like an XTL, a VHF or a 900 meg XTL and put it in that hole. I don't know. Let's see. We'll very cautiously go across the parking lot here. Cross my fingers and hope we don't run into any 12-foot deep holes in the ground, which, yes, they have here. There's a shopping cart plugging up one of the holes in the ground over here. I'm going to show you how run down this local area has gotten. This is our mall. There was a post box you could send letters from, mounted to the concrete right there, and they came and took it. They took away our We had a mailbox, but there wasn't enough people to sustain the mailbox. Let's go over to the grocery store. It's probably going to be I really gotta wait for like a real good, real snowstorm or an ice storm before it'll matter. But what I like to do is the morning that an ice storm is hitting, I like to get up early, and I like to go to the liquor store and sit in the parking lot of the liquor store. They're gonna show up to get their liquor, and they're gonna do it every time. Going to do it first thing when the store opens, without fail.
19.
No, don't worry. You can pull into your parking space.
Station 45 E1, 11 calls to direct 76 Road Mel, trouble 48. 48, up the way.
Rural King. I bet you Rural King too. I bet you people going in and out of there. Very odd mall here. It's a very odd mall here. A lot of malls, the anchors leave and then the mall dies. This place, the anchors are still here. The inner mall is dead, but the anchors are doing fine. This mall has a bunch of weird. It's a strange design. I gotta say, this mall is a strange design, and it speaks to kind of a mall design before the heyday of malls, like before the 80s and 90s. It's more of like a 60s, 70s mall design. So like there wasn't originally a food court, and they kind of made one, but it wasn't really functional, you know. Big central courtyard, but up until the refurbishment of the old JCPenney space, which they are currently making into medical offices. Up until that refurbishment, the JCPenney was vacant for a number of years, and you could stand in the central court, not in the old JCPenney space. Now the snow isn't that big of a presentation.
RP10 station, 10 years.
Okay.
24 Regency First Drive, Indiana.
You know, I think I got enough. I think I got enough footage. Hey, there's a WK1. I think I got enough footage. I could probably put together a package. I like that snow rolling off that roof like that. You know, you talk about storm chasing, my career, storm chasing, you know.
625.
When you talk about that, coming up here, moving up here,
25
that iteration of life, this mall, this property, for me, there's a lot tied up in it, you know. Because when we first moved up here, I was 100% a stay-at-home dad, and I didn't have much going on. I didn't have much to do. And I could go out and film, and I could, you know, chase within reason and do whatever I needed to, and that was cool. But I didn't have that much to do, and winter chasing was kind of the first thing I really started doing again when I came back to chasing. And a lot of it was this mall because they didn't used to plow this property that well. And I'd come up here when the snow really started rolling, like the winter of 2015, going into 2016. And all the stand of pine trees back there would be covered. It would look like a postcard. And I'd film, you know, I had my my 1998 I had like a Wheel and Edge strobe bar from a mall security truck that I had built in the mid-2000s, early 2000s. license. My old boss back home called me up and asked me if I wanted it, so I bought it from him. It was a whole different time, and if it wasn't for moving up here and coming to this place, I probably wouldn't be back in the industry. I'd probably just be dragging ass, working EMS and doing nothing else. It's been interesting. So that's it for that little chunk of the band. Yeah, it's just been hover around, package together and get it uploaded. I think so. Okay. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. Meeting very